got an amazing contract. How does that make you feel as a woman knowing that's your baby father? What is your first view on that?
Honestly, I want my child's father to win.
Exactly.
It's just what it is. And regardless of what people say, I believe he deserves whatever he feels he's worthy of. So, whatever that contract looks like, that's what it looks like. And I didn't have a child. You know, I had a second degree tear. You know what that looks like?
I'm going to say
Hello?
say no. I'm going to say no for all of us.
Is everybody fucking listening?
Say no.
Hello?
Yeah,
a second degree tear? You know what that looks like?
I mean, that boy was that big when you had him.
He was, I think it was 8.1.5.
That means she had a big baby.
Almost 9 pounds, right?
Another NBA player.
Does that matter to you? Does that matter to you? Who had such a motherfucking opinion about me?
Wait,
Does
time
that matter?
out. It's group. My opinion changed, but
Hold
yeah,
on. Answer the motherfucking question.
No, it didn't initially. No, hell no.
Okay, I had a second degree tear. That means they sewed me up.
Yeah, okay.
Right. You know what that means? That means I love that motherfucker. My pussy was fucking split open for him.
Right.
You understand that? You was 9 pounds.
Big boy.
Okay?
Gratefully, I had a 5-pound baby.
Good for you.
Yeah,
my baby was almost 9 pounds.
Big boy.
Okay?
Yeah.
And that's just what it is. All right?
No, I wanted to say that because I think it is important. A lot of people do.
What's important?
That you do wish well for them.
Most.
Here's the thing. Let me just tell you, you and every one of the motherfuckers that are commenting, she doing too much. She.
Fuck 'em.
At the end of the day, this pussy had a second degree tear. Do you know what that means?
You just taught us.
Ripped.
What is it?
Ripped.
Thank you, Charleston.
Ripped open.
Ripped.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, boy had a head like his daddy.
Ma'am.
Yeah. Boy had a head like his daddy.
Ma'am, Chips Ahoy.
All right.
Hey, listen now, listen.
Listen to what I'm saying. Shut the up when a real bitch is talking.
Okay.
Shut up.
Okay.
Get the room.
Take the room. Here we
Shut
go.
up. Shut the up.
Yes, ma'am. Here we go.
Because I'm a real bitch. You hear what I'm saying?
Talk.
And I care. And I'm a hopeful romantic. But I can't control. At the end of the day, I try to force something that wasn't mine. That wasn't my person. And that's okay. He's sitting over there. Shut the up.
How you doing? This is Nathaniel Social Sports Center. Today I want to talk to you about PJ Washington and Brittany Renner. Recently, Brittany Renner was on a podcast with Charleston Wright, and she was asked a question about what does she think about PJ Washington's new deal. Now, if you all do not know, PJ Washington received a new 3-year, $48 million deal from the Charlotte Hornets. He just got paid. Congratulations to PJ Washington. That's an amazing deal. He's been playing really well. Hopefully he continues to shine on the court and doing amazing things for the Charlotte community. The podcast seemed to go pretty normal until she was asked that question. And after that question, she answered the question and said she was happy for PJ Washington. And then she went on to say how much she sacrificed for having his baby, how her body was kind of ripped up and torn because the baby, the boy was 9 pounds. He probably was pretty long as well. If you don't know, PJ Washington is about 6'7", 6'8". So he definitely has that tall gene. So she went on to say how she sacrificed her body to have his baby. And further on down in the conversation in the podcast, she kicked tables, she threw water bottles, she threw water. She was cursing, yelling. So very much seems to that she's, still in love with PJ Washington. I believe she's still in love with PJ Washington, and that she's jealous of his new deal that he received. And also, I don't think she's too happy about, recently last year he was engaged and he had another baby. So I definitely don't think she's too happy with that. And that she's still upset. A lot of times you may have an ex-girlfriend or an ex-wife or a baby mother, and they, even though they say they're happy for you, when you move on, but they're never really happy for you when you move on. So it was evidence because, like I said, the podcast was going pretty normal, but things took a turn when they asked about PJ Washington. You know what I'm saying? She said she was happy, but I don't believe she's too happy for the man and things that's going on in her life. And recently watched the O'Shea Duke Jackson react to it, and also he showed what she said about in a Kevin Samuels interview with her, how even though she makes a lot of money, she don't think of herself as talented. The only talent that she has is her beauty and her body. And Rollo Tomasi recently talked about Brittany Renner, where he thinks that her time in the limelight is kind of coming to an end. And as we all know, it's kind of hard to kind of stay in the limelight, as, with a beautiful woman as your beauty fades or as your body is not as toned up anymore. And as a man, we see how like Michael Jordan, he was a superstar on the court, and then based on investments after the court, the money he made with Nike and things like that, he recently just sold the Charlotte Hornets franchise for $3 billion. And so you can have down years as a man and still come up and still make the right investment, and things can still take off for you at any time. Even like with Kevin Samuels, like he really didn't become famous until his 50s. And a lot of times, if a woman, if she's only on her beauty and only on her body, and she doesn't have any other talents, it can be hard for her to keep that up and progress in life if she only has that. Like with PJ Washington, he kind of had a 1 year where he kind of struggled, but now he's been playing really well. He was rewarded with a huge deal, and this is something that after 3 years, he's only young. He's only 25, so at 28, we could possibly see him get closer to $100 million. Like more and more players are getting big time money with more TV deals. We already see Brown get a $300 million deal. We may see another player get $400 million deals. And recently, now with Saudi Arabia, allegedly offered James Harden a $900 million deal. They starting soccer leagues. They offering people $1 billion. So, with athletes, they're getting paid more and more for their talents, and it's just taking off for a lot of athletes, in recent news. So, just to go on back to, with Brittany Renner and PJ Washington, I don't think she's happy for him. I think she's jealous of the new deal, him making that much money. Because we saw also in news reports that she only gets $2,500 per month, and she said, like, look, I can't live off that child support. I can't live off $2,500 a month. I need more money. So with him getting this new deal, I don't know if she possibly can. That would be probably a better thing for the lead attorney to go on, but we could possibly see her try to refile for more child support because he has more money now and is getting more money from the NBA. I don't know how that works, but it's something that definitely can. I want to kind of chime in with the lead attorney. Could she possibly refile for child support to try to come after that new contract money? And what I'm saying, I thought it was a great job on the podcast before they asked the question about PJ Washington, but it's very unfortunate for her to show that she's really not happy for him in that new deal. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I believe she's jealous of him getting that money, and I don't think she's too happy about him starting a new family and getting engaged to another woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, but good luck to PJ Washington on a new season, on a new contract. I hope he stays healthy and just continues to play well. The Charlotte Hornets are amazing. They got, with the very much new talent on the team. The Ball brothers playing really well. And the Charlotte Hornets are taking off. Just recently bringing back another player. And, to Brittany Renner, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully that she can find peace. You know what I'm saying? Even though things didn't work out with PJ Washington, hopefully she can find peace and raise her son the right way. Because, it just seems that things are kind of spiraling out of control. She can get pretty wild and possibly, and get drunk and get violent. But hopefully she can find peace and continue to raise her son in the right way. Get that young, like I said, he's a 9-pound baby, so get that young man athletic. He's going to be a big boy, and hopefully he takes after his father and wants to play basketball or play football and become a very good athlete. I mean, his mom, Brittany Renner, is also athletic, so we could see P.J. Washington's son in the future. But again, congratulations to P.J. Washington, and like I said, I hope Brittany Renner finds peace, even with, things might not be going in her life as it should be. Again, this is Nathaniel Swopes and Swope Center signing out, and you all have a good one.